Hey everybody, and welcome this week to Uninvited. And if my release schedule goes just right, it means that it's Halloween, and happy Halloween. I figured we'd do a scary game for Halloween. This one isn't all that long though, so it's going to be a quick little experience actually. It's still a lot of fun though. This game recently, it's been out for a year now, and about 2 or 3 months after it was released included an easy mode, but we're going to play on normal mode. Otherwise, I don't think there's a lot that I can say before we get into it. It's a little bit of like it's hard to compare it to another game because it's unique-ish, but maybe you would say it's sort of like Slender a little bit. Now, introductory cutscene, there's not a lot to see here besides the credits by this Octavia and Suzanne character. Again, I looked into this Octavius character. He makes a couple other games on Steam. Nothing that I'm particularly interested in other than this, but he's got a portfolio. Anyway, so now we can actually, this is like a proper cutscene. So Mr. Smith says, I'm about to tell you a story that never happened. Or maybe it did, you know. I'm getting a little bit too old to tell the difference. So it's a kind of night, a lot like probably tonight. Kind of spooky night, a little bit cold, wind blowing, definitely a night where you would need a jacket. And he's watching some kids who are hanging around the neighborhood, obviously up to something on this night. Nice full moon, awful bright. They were popular and cocky, so a couple of traditional, probably kind of like mean kids and stuff. This Mr. Smith character is talking about his time in the army, where he was bullied by people a lot like these kids, I guess. I don't really feel a lot of sympathy for this old guy. I think he's a dick. He's like, what was they were going to find in that house? He wouldn't wish on their worst enemy. But I didn't warn them, and I'm glad that I didn't. Which the implication is that, he says, I don't feel an ounce of guilt, which the implication is that he's A-okay with these kids being murdered, which is kind of an asshole point of view. But anyway, 3 characters here. Annette is a little girl, I'm pretty sure, and the Paul's uncle, this used to be his house. His uncle was locked in a psychiatric hospital, and his cousin passed away, who is a girl. There's a lot of characters in this, but you don't necessarily have to remember the 3 main characters, funnily enough. It's all these supplementary side characters. Not this one, but his brother came and hid some cards, zombie cards, all across this little abandoned house now. Now, this little girl's name who died is Nora, and we finally have Benjamin here. Looks like these 3 are part of a crew, and they're going to play the Uninvited game. Now, here are the rules. We have to, whoever draws the shortest straw enters the house first, and if you find the entire collection of 13 cards, you win. And that's that. The only light you can carry in is some fireflies. And it's kind of interesting. So he is aware that there's a ghost in this house, and it's this Nora character was obviously a victim to some bullying. There's a lot of lore pieces in this that we'll find. You basically, anytime that you search anything, have the potential to get money, a card, nothing, or a lore piece, which is kind of upsetting whenever you're looking for cards and you just keep getting lore pieces. There are also like some sound effects in this game that are much louder than I think they were intended to be, but hey, I don't know. Anyway, now it's time for us to draw straws. Now I'm going to show you the optimal way to do this. There is an achievement. I have achievements on. I doubt I'll get any achievements besides what I have right now, but if I happen to, they will pop up. But there is an achievement for only using one character for the duration of this. I'm not sure who in the world would even be best to do that with. Probably Paul, but best way to play this game is to start from the left character and work your way to the right. Benjamin sweats 15% faster, which is the only character that has a drawback out of these 2. Annette has double chance of finding coins, and Paul is energetic, so he searches faster. Benjamin's the best pick to go first, because he can give a couple coins to Annette, hopefully, who can then extend her stay in the house. So I know it said draw straws, but we basically got to pick. We're kind of like fate. They say not to shake the fireflies. I don't know what the hell that's all about. Mr. Smith is also available to sell us some stuff. We're just going to take a look at it for now. I've never bought a chocolate star, so I'm not even really sure what they do. But then we have deodorant spray, which lowers your sweat bar. And then we can also buy x-ray glasses, which will show us where some stuff is. I also have actually never bought that before, but because I've only really been interested in beating this game, which is kind of what I'm just going to show you. Now, we do get to enter here. It is Unity, so we have the traditional Unity start button about to pop up. Yeah, open the gate. Now, we're in here. I guess we have the new tutorial thing. So to use an item, we hit 1, 2, 3. We move with the WASD, look around with the mouse. Shift you can use to sprint, but you'll notice a sweat bar up at the top. And if that gets very high, then your game will end very soon. So we're talking to an automaton. It says welcome to the Morgan's house, and it gives you a couple like little hints here. I don't even know what this is supposed to be. It says automaton, but it looks like a fucking nutcracker. So I don't know many people who have a nutcracker in the entryway of their house, but hey, the Morgans did. So name of the game: search these different little set pieces all around the house until you find all the cards that you need. There are 13 in total, and the search is off. So fireflies tell you where enemies are, kind of. Hey, here's one of those little lore snippets. I'm not going to read or analyze these really unless there's something super important in them. Basically, they all talk about this character dying and stuff. This poor little girl and the reasoning behind it. Mostly depression and I think schizophrenia a little bit, but I don't know. Here's another, like, Prozac, which I'm pretty sure treats depression. I don't know about sertraline or Effexor, but now the sweat bar. Once it gets all the way to the top, any chases that you ever get in this game could no longer be ended. They will only end in death. So basically, hey, there's our first card. Basically, as soon as it's over the line, your time is, like, this character has come to an end. Now, this character that we're playing as is, again, special in that they sweat 15% faster. Sweat is increased also if you sprint. You can also listen, and it'll tell you if the little monster that's hunting you is in the adjacent room. I'm 100% sure that we'll see that in the course of this Let's Play. I just kind of want to get most of these rooms searched if at all possible. Well, most of them. As much as I'm able to with the, sweat that we have and stuff. Again, this character that we're playing as is going to have a way shorter play period than the other characters, but lots of stuff to search in all these rooms. I like to search the rooms first where I can get kind of cornered and fenced in. This is kind of one of those rooms, but only in the back. I'll explain a little bit about being hunted. Yeah, see, you can hear her humming, probably just barely. She's out in the main hallway outside this door. I might stay in this main area here, just in case she would decide to enter. Okay, she stopped humming, so she must have entered another adjacent... Oh no, definitely still humming. I think she entered an adjacent room and then almost immediately left it, so... but as long as we're in this room, we're kind of okay. I can skirt around these this island that's here in the middle. I'd at least like to get maybe the downstairs room searched first. We're already 4 cards in, which is just about a third of the way there, but don't worry. Oh, well, that's news to me. We're about a third of the way there. I would kind of like to get into a chase sequence before our sweat runs out. I might trigger a chase sequence, actually, if I'm able to. Let me see if she's out in the hallway. Okay, no. Our fireflies will light up red if she's in the same room as us. I was hoping to trigger a chase scene so that I could show you on this life what a chase looks like, but it almost looks like it's going to be death no matter what whenever a chase begins for us, so that's kind of unfortunate, but hey, we just got our second coin, so our second life, we're actually going to do like a lot on our Second Life. I'm starting to think more and more that we'll probably get an ad. You can click on this telephone for an achievement. I've already gotten it. It's the get the voicemail achievement. Also, I'm starting to stink a lot with my sweat. I would like to get all of the items in this room if at all possible. I already searched the table. Yeah, we're gonna die here. I guess I can at least show her. There she is. And then she grabs you and kills you. You can run away. Again, my sweat was up past the bar to the point that it would have been an instant death. I would like to show the ability to live on a character that can actually live. Like I said, this character is kind of a throwaway character. I think it's meant to be like a challenge mode character. But, so now we're going to play as the second character. Again, I'd mentioned we play from left to right, basically. So the first character that we played as was Benjamin, now named Deadjamin, and now we're going to play as Annette. She has double the chance of finding coins whenever we search stuff. Again, we basically have like a certain chance every time that we search something to get coins, a card, nothing, or lore piece. We have 2 coins. We can afford deodorant spray, which is also 2. So this character, provided that we don't get snagged for one reason or another, we'll actually get a lot of searching done and hopefully get us a lot of money now that we have double the chance. Now I can get away probably with running a little bit with this character since their sweat doesn't go up as fast. And I do want to get the downstairs finished and out of the way before our little monster gets too active. Hey, we just got a coin. But yeah, it's pretty simple. I'm kind of almost like kicking myself in the ass. I'm like, well, this game isn't even really like that scary. I've mostly because I've played it before and stuff, and I kind of understand most of the mechanics. Now, if she comes into this, yep, we can hide in this closet. I was hoping to explain it first, but red means that she's in the same room as we are. If our sweat bar is up past the limit, she'll automatically open the door and kill us. She'll make a moan to imply that she's leaving the room, and then you wait still a couple more seconds, and then you could exit. And your light turns back to yellow to let you know that she is no longer in the room. Now, it doesn't turn back to yellow while you're in the closet, which is, you would think, kind of upsetting because you're like, well, it'd be nice to know in the closet if she's left, but I guess not. Now, ideally, I would like to get out of here with at least 6 coins. Ideally, I'd like to get out of here with 15. That's a cool little guitar sound. I don't think there's anything to search up there. Now, you can search beds. Don't forget those, because I always forget those in a lot of my playthroughs. And there's a code card that you're going to need. 3646, and the code card does pop up in the top right underneath of your coins and card count, just in case you forget it. You'll also notice that there's a key there, which is another collectible. Let me listen. Okay, so she's through the bathroom door, so we're going to go out in the hallway. The bathroom is right there. You can listen. There's like kind of directional hearing a little bit. Man, I definitely don't want to be in this room, but hey, well, hold up. This is a prime fucking spot for me to get killed, so I'm going to actually probably not stay in that room. I don't remember what this room is, but I think it's okay to search in here. Yeah, there's at least a closet, so, and I'll be able to hear her if she comes in. This is another one of those things I was talking about where it's like so much louder than the rest of the sound effects in the game. It kind of made me jump the last time that I'd interacted with it. Whenever I played this game before, but not this time. I know it doesn't look like we're probably making all that much progress with our cards. Only got 5 out of 13, or maybe it does feel like that, because to me it feels like it's probably only been a couple of seconds. So I think we're done in this room, actually. And you could throw darts, but it just makes a sound effect. Hopefully she's out of the bathroom, because or out of the upstairs as a whole. Okay, well, she's coming out of this room here. Let me apply some deodorant as we go into this closet. And again, we just got to kind of let her come in and sniff around. Now, I would like to get out of here with 15 coins for a couple reasons. I'd like at least 14, so I can buy 3 deodorants and the x-ray glasses, which will give me 1 achievement. If I have 15 coins, though, it'll give me another achievement on top of that. So I'm going to hold out just a little while longer, because she doesn't always moan to let you know that she's leaving. Sometimes she'll just up and leave. So I'm going to get ready to exit the closet, I guess. If I get jump scared, my bad. Okay, well, I didn't. Again, I don't really understand, like, the point of, like, when you get jump scared, when you don't get jump scared, like, while you're in a closet, other than the fact that you'll always get jump scared if your sweat is too high. So, another pretty simple room. You just search all of the walls, basically. The bathroom is kind of an okay room. As long as you aren't searching near whichever room that she's in, you won't probably get killed. I just didn't want to search this room while she was, you know, in the bathroom. There's another card. There's a portable fan. I don't know. Yeah, nice. It dropped our sweat all the way down. Now, I would like to search this shelf before she gets in here, if at all possible. Okay, good. Is she in the bathroom? Or is she in the hallway? I'm going to say the bathroom. Nope, I was wrong. Okay. Well, there's a closet in this other room. Man, good thing that we used that fan. Otherwise, this would have been pretty well GG. We might actually make it kind of far. We might be able to beat it with just this character alone. I don't know. So there was the moan. And like I said, I'm going to give it just a couple more seconds. We can leave. Alright, so we got the yellow fireflies, and there's only one more room left to search up here before we have to go use the code that we got. Hey, there's a ID card for NASA, like a little one that kid made by herself. Again, I'm not really too interested in the lore because it's kind of cut and dry. It's just a girl who was kind of eccentric and people bullied her for it. And then on top of that, her mom is dead. So, she is now a ghost in death. And then there's like a lot of implication of the way that she had died up until we get to the very end whenever it's revealed how she actually died. So that's pretty well the meat and potatoes of this story. I think that's all that there is to do up here in the restroom. I was thinking that, well, I don't know where she's at, but there's a closet right here we can hide in, I guess. Man, she's a lot more aggressive than she usually is. Again, ideally, I would like to get at least 1 more coin. Well, ideally. At the very least, I would like to have 1 more coin. I would like to have 14 coins at the best. So let's see, 3, 6, 4, 6. But I would like to get 15 for all the achievements, too. There's a whiteboard. Just another lore set piece. More stuff to search. We're probably going to, yeah, I was about to say get a bunch of cards here pretty soon. This room is probably one of my all-time favorites to search. Not this room in particular, but this little alcove back here, and I'll show you why. Oh my goodness, there's another card. I knew it. And there's a file cabinet. Perfect. And then we want to pick up this key that's on the desk. It opens up the attic and the basement, which is kind of unique. A key that opens 2 doors. This room has a lot to search, and it's very, like, you can't really screw yourself over in this room, other than the fact that our sweat, of course, keeps going up, but I can't really help that too much. But there's a lot of areas to search. If you do get attacked in this room, you can sidestep the ghost pretty easily, so that's kind of nice. Basically means that there's going to be like a lot of cards in this room and stuff, which I like, and it'll also give us a lot of coins since we're playing as Annette, I think, the character who, you know, has nitpicky in the bottom right. So I thought this game was pretty cool. I bought it a year ago, just about as soon as it released. I remember I was pretty excited. Well, not excited for it, but I did have it on my wish list, and then I ended up buying it once it actually released. And I had a, you know, good bit of fun. The next coin that we get, we'll get an achievement, so that's kind of cool. And then if I somehow manage to get 5 more on top of that, we'll get another achievement, which will be even cooler. Let's go ahead and exit. Every time I've exited this, I've been attacked by her. Okay, we got lucky. Now, surely there's no way that she's not at least downstairs. Oh man, I hear some crying. Let's maybe try and, hold up. Let me get to the basement. I don't want hunted just yet, if I can help it. So, basement, and I need to see where my exit plan is. There's a cabinet over there. So I'll start searching these. Maybe start from the inside, and then maybe start by the pieces that are right beside the door. I don't think I'm gonna maybe be able to survive an attack with this character, just because of how close we are to the sweat bar. It's gonna be real close. We would have to get attacked like right this second, and even then it's a toss-up. So, yeah, well, hold up. Let's see. This is gonna be a close-y. Okay. She comes in. She's sniffing around. I don't know. It's gonna be a tight one. We might get jump scared here. I'm gonna go ahead. I guess I'm gonna pop out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ah, shit. We did get jump scared, and I did jump a little bit. That's too funny. That's okay. Well, the last character that we play as, despite the fact that we aren't going to be able to get dozens and dozens of achievements, we'll at least be able to beat the game, so that's cool. Now, Paul, who is the resident leader before this little experience, Necrozet, I like that name. Paul, who was the leader before, has probably the best skill in the game, which is energetic. It means he searches 25% faster. We also have kind of a stupid amount of money, so Mr. Smith is selling to us again. We'll buy some deodorant, and I'll buy a chocolate star. It says chocolate tames the beasts, which makes me think that, like, you know, maybe it like calms the ghost down somehow, but I don't really know how. So, alright, this last character, we've got maybe like 20 more things to search. I know at the top of our screen there, you can see we've gotten 9 out of the 13 cards that we need. Let's head downstairs. Okay, now we can search all these other things. Now, the best thing is, even though we have 20 things to search or so left, we also are going to search them incredibly fast, just because that's the way that this guy works. I know, I was worried that...
Welcome to paradise.
Yeah, this is another weird fucking sound bit. Both of these are fucking weird-ass sound bites. This game is kind of, like, fun and stuff, but I am always kind of, like... I don't know. I'm just kind of thrown for a loop on some of the design decisions. Not that there's even anything wrong with them, but there's a lot of things that happen in this game where I'm like, whoa, he chose to do that? Let me try and hit 1, see what happens. Oh, chocolate star. It just kind of whips it out. That's interesting. I don't know if I can, like, give it to the ghost or whatever, but hey. So we just about... I'm going to say... We've got all this shit searched. Let's get ready to go upstairs to the attic. I don't know. Is she upstairs? Yeah, I would say almost with certainty that she's upstairs. Maybe I'll go ahead and just try and trigger her. Yeah, let's go through this door, which it should be a closet. Perfect. Now, I'm going to definitely bide my time a little bit in here because, you know, we're all the way here at the end. We only have 2 more... cards to go. You know, it's funny, we're playing this on normal, and if you didn't really know what you were doing, I can see where this would be fairly difficult, right? But, you know, now that I've played it again, it almost feels like it needs like a hard difficulty, but I suppose that's what playing as that little fat boy was, so... Or he probably wasn't even that fat, definitely not relative to me, but he's a sweaty boy at least. See, there's a star, it looks kind of like my star a little bit, huh? Little bit. Alright, so now we're headed for the attic. We got a couple, you know, things to search up here. School note talks about how she was starting to do bad in school, this little girl. An SMS from kids bullying her. Man, it's so weird to hear SMS. Every time that like I go to text like a larger message or send like a photograph, it's converting to multimedia message, and I'm like, oh shit. So now that we have 12 cards, there's the sound of a door opening in the attic, it says. Oh shit. If we weren't being hunted, I would give us some more time to kind of look around, but basically this is a note from Nora of this girl who just is basically like, you know, sorry dad, I killed myself and stuff. So unfortunately that little girl had killed herself as a result of the bullying, which is terrible. But this room up here, we can open this door, right? It's now been unlocked as a, you know, result, and it's just this little picture of a woman and her kid. So, you know, obviously the girl who had killed herself misses her mom. Now, whenever we pick up this here, which is the last card, there will be a jump scare. If it is very loud, I'm going to fix it in post. But just so you're aware, on the screen, there will be a jump scare. And we just got done with that. And, oh my goodness. And that is that. So now we've got an outro cutscene here, which you only get if you're able to beat the game. So all of the kids were, you know, beat up quite a bit and scared witless, but they talk about, Mr. Smith does anyway, he's like, you know, the kids had learned something, which is kind of nice. They came back a couple days later with a bunch of shit, some flowers and stuff to leave at the house. Mr. Smith, this is what I'm talking about where he's a dick. He's like, justice hadn't been served in my opinion. He's like, maybe if those kids had fucking died, they'd have learned something like for real. But yeah, no. Like I said, I think Mr. Smith is a jerk, but I do kind of like the story that it tells. It's not bad. I'm not sure if the guy who makes this game is natively English. I was looking at a couple of his other games, and I saw somebody said there's like a lot of weird translation issues. This one anyway seems okay. At least the characters speak in like a simple enough way that maybe it isn't, if he is a non-native English speaker, you know, whoever edits these the text for him, if it isn't himself, or the lines are simple enough where he didn't scuff it too much. So anyway, yeah, that was Uninvited. I hope that that was scary enough for October, and I'm sorry that October didn't have too many scares in it. I guess we'll just have to plan a little bit better for next year, but I played a couple games that I wanted for the month of October, and here we are at the end of October, and I was like, well, I better play something scary for these guys. I was like, you know, they kind of, it's October after all, so yeah, we got some more cool stuff coming as always. Yeah, proofreading. That's what I thought. And text editing by this Joel Murray. There we go. That's what I was just talking about a minute ago. Yeah, so that is that. That's all for this video. I'll see you guys next week in the next video, and I hope that you guys enjoyed. Later.